What happens when love defies tradition and the penalty is death? When a single dance could see your fate? Would a princess defy the ancient law by choosing love? This is part 2 of Forbidden Dance, another jaw-dropping episode of African True Tales. I am your favorite griot, Chris D. Echiche, and until the lion learns to tell its tale, the hunter's version of the story would always be the sweetest. Go back to yesterday. One full moon ago, contest was held from across the scattered plains of the Wodaabe land. 124 men had gathered to dance their ways into the hearts of the tribe's most beautiful maidens. Jaminat, Sophia, Zulaya, and Hadiza are the 4 maidens that stood out. Apart from the most beautiful and delectable quintessential Princess Zoraya, these 4 maidens would choose their husbands in order of performance from among the best dancers. Every girl going home with 4 husbands each, while the other maidens left to scramble for the 18 men remaining. Being royal-blooded, Princess Zoraya was forbidden to appear before the people until the Fariyas Festival reached its final day. This meant she hadn't seen or spoken to Gali before the grand finale. One day, Jaminat and Sophia were on their way to the stream, exchanging gossips and laughter as the calabash pot balanced gracefully on their head. Approaching the river banks, their feet halted, eyes widened. They had stumbled upon something no one should see. A scandalous thing has unraveled beyond the royal eye. It was Hadiza, one of the 4 royal maidens, and Dauda, the local goldsmith, who would be one of the 32 finalists, were caught making love on the bush path leading to the stream. The 2 onlookers hid in the shadows, quietly observing before coming out. Hadiza pleaded, but Sophia was bent on one condition: the price of keeping quiet, that she or Jaminat must choose Dauda on the grand finale instead of Hadiza. Hadiza bluntly refused, and what began as a quiet scandal would soon shape in the destiny of all. The crackdown, excitement lit up the village. Maidens braid up their hair with beads and play. Mothers shed tears of pride, and children sang marriage songs through the dusk-kicked path as the sun dipped. The moon soon took its throne at sunset. Villagers from neighboring communities gathered, their bodies wrapped in embroidered robes, eyes drawn to the arena where campfire flickered, and dancers lined up. Tonight was the Fariyas. Tonight, destiny will speak. The drums of the gods rolled. The dance parade began as the 32 men took positions. To everyone's shock, Gali was escorted to the arena from the local prison, flanked by 2 palace guards. His face was heavy with despair, and tonight he would watch his dream crumble before his own very eyes. Princess Zoraya sat between her father, King Duma, and mother, veiled but uncertain. Then came the ceremonial walk. Zoraya led the 13 maidens, gliding gracefully between the 2 rows of dancing men. 17 on each side. The crowd held its breath. Drum ceased. Standing close before the man, Zoraya paused, her almond eyes sweeping between the lines. Muscular physiques, painted faces, graceful postures, but none moved her spirit. None moved her hands till she turned her gaze, scanning the crowds. At the corner, there was Gali. She found. Then Gali, sweaty, afraid, shackled, tattered, shattered, and tattooed in shame. Just one whisper from Princess Zoraya could decide his freedom or death. Suddenly, Princess Zoraya took a deep breath. She would break tradition, turn not to the men, but towards her father, who was already rising from his disbelief on the royal chair. Without seeking permission, Zoraya turned to the crowd. Let the gods forgive rather than forbid. The one who once saved my life now stands condemned. I would rather die than watch Gali go down in injustice. The arena fell silent and suddenly erupted again. Princess Zoraya walked up to Gali, held up his trembling hand like a champion's crown, and wrapped her arms around him. But tradition has not spoken its last word. The law was clear: unless one of the selected finalists is disqualified, Gali would be headed for breaking tradition. Out from the crowd was Jaminat and Sophia, testifying witness against Hadiza and Dauda's betrayal of costume. Before the conferring elders, their voices trembled with truth and trepidation. If the testimony of Sophia and Jaminat were validated, Gali automatically replaces Dauda and reclaimed destiny. One more voice was needed, and when we thought that was all, in the blink of the backlit eyes and the sudden blue, one man, unexpectedly upon wine tapper, old and ragged, walking slowly into the arena. He bowed and testified that from his perch of the treetop he had seen Dauda and Hadiza in making love positions. The silence shattered into tears. Gali was free, not only free but chosen. He embraced Zuriah as they cried into each other's neck. Their souls tangled in love, honor and defiance. All the maidens joyfully captured the hands of their chosen four husbands each. The sacred drums returned as the four-husband traditions continued. And as for Dauda and Hadiza, they were banished. Their arena pulsed with drums and fire, joy and justice. Tonight, Gali didn't just win his chosen love, Princess Zuriah. He rewrote tradition. And as the moon glowed brighter over the Wodaabe plains, one truth lingered on every leaf: where love dares, even tradition trembles. And this, my friend, brings us to the end of this chapter. I hope you're doing fine and I hope you enjoyed it. But before you go, leaving once more for our next tale that takes us back to the 1800, where a bride vanished on her wedding night. Next, she was seen in the sun. Come back soon and I'll tell you